What's going on, everybody? If you're seeing this page, that means the official Taurean Rain Reloaded merch store is now available. To get access to the store, make sure you go ahead and click the store tab on my YouTube channel. From there, you will be able to see all the merch that is available. We have mugs, shirts, hoodies, joggers, and so much more to come. All original designs made by yours truly, Taurean Rain Reloaded. Now go ahead and get your merch today, and you can feel nothing in style. If y'all been around my channel or around my content for the last few years, or maybe since the beginning, I used to have a segment of videos on here called DNU, which stood for Dumb Negroes United. And it was basically talking about different stories where there were black men who were doing dumb things that they didn't have to do that leads them into the predicaments that they are. If I was still doing that segment, the person I'm about to talk about right now definitely would qualify for what it is I'm discussing. So this person's name that you see, his name is Modou Adams. He's 25 years of age, and apparently he's a TikToker or a TikTok star who literally got caught in a major way of smuggling or trying to smuggle that sugar, I'm just speaking in code right now, into London. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play or insert this video where it's going to show when he got caught, when he was in the room, and when they opened up the case that had all of the sugar in it. And I want you to pay attention to his reaction, because I thought that was the funniest part about the whole thing, because he tried to act so shocked and surprised about what they discovered. So y'all just saw that, and I thought it was very interesting how his face looks at the end, how he has his hands palmed in his face like that. But what was very interesting is saying that he got jailed for 6 years for doing this. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read this article from the Independent that was posted yesterday, and I'm recording this video on October 27, 2023, by the way. A TikTok star who paraded his jet-setting lifestyle on social media has been jailed in Peru for almost 7 years after being caught with nearly 3 kilograms of sugar in his suitcase. Modou Adams, age 25, would post candid pictures on his Instagram called Boy Who Lives, showing his glamorous life as he spent time in Los Angeles, Athens, and multiple trips to Peru, including a visit to Machu Picchu. However, all is not what it seemed, as Adams' ostensibly high-flying model lifestyle disguised his sideline as a drugs mule, and he will now be spending the remainder of his 20s and early 30s in a prison cell. According to a statement published by Peru Supreme Court, he has been sentenced to 6 years and 8 months in prison for trying to smuggle 2.89 kilograms of sugar to London. In the press release, he was referred to by his full name of Modou Adams, age 25, and his job was described as a quote-unquote TikToker. He previously used the video sharing app to post videos of his travels, but account now appears to have been deleted. Adams was arrested by Jorge Chavez International Airport, located north of the country's capital, Lima, on September 30th. Police searched his luggage and found a package in the back of his suitcase inside of a metal pouch. Footage of the moment Adams' luggage was searched was released by police and shows an officer cutting into the false back of the bag. Adams seems baffled by the ordeal as the officer holds up the implement, which appears to be covered in a white powder, later identified as sugar. The officer then removes the false backing to the suitcase to reveal the drugs. The influencer was heading to Paris, France, with his eventual destination London, England, according to the statement from the Supreme Court. The 25-year-old was dealt with swiftly by the Peruvian justice system and his case resolved in less than 24 hours. Adams appeared in court with an interpreter so he could understand the proceedings at the court hearing and admitted he was responsible for the crime. As well as the jail sentence, Adams will have to pay a fine of 1,281 pounds or 6,500 sols. He was handed his sentence by Judge Rene Quispe Silva for illicit trafficking in toxic drugs to the detriment of the Peruvian state. Adams' last post on his Instagram account shows him posing at Machu Picchu on September 26, 4 days prior to his arrest. The last high-profile arrest of British citizens for drug smuggling came in August 2013 when Michaela McCullum and Melissa Reed were trying to smuggle 1.5 million pounds of sugar in their luggage from Peru to Spain. The duo were sentenced to 6 years and 8 months in prison, the same stretch that Adams will have to serve. Both McCullum and Reed of them were granted early release by the Peruvian authorities and allowed them to serve the rest of their sentences on parole in the UK. Well, all I gotta ask this dude is this: was it worth it? Like, all you had to do was post your little TikTok videos, go on your little excursions, do whatever it is that you do, and just live your life. But oh no, you had to take it a step further and become a whole smuggler. Like, y'all saw the video. That was a lot that they was pulling up out of that case, out of that backpack. But the nerve of him to sit there and act so shocked about what he knowingly did, as if he feels like he was set up somehow and someone put it there, is crazy. And I think what makes it even more crazy is the fact that not only did he act shocked, but then when he admitted that he was responsible for doing it, it's like, then why did you act shocked then? At that point, it's no time for you to try to be all dramatic and theatrical, because you knew good and damn well what you were doing. And what were you thinking? Again, all he had to do was go out there, do his normal everyday routine, whatever that was, and just go about his business. But now it makes me also bring in the question, how long has he been doing this, or was this his first ride at the rodeo of doing this? And also it makes me question too, who was his supplier? Because there's no way that this is just a one-man mission. Like, he has people that he had to have gotten that from to transport that. And what would make you do that? I mean, and on top of that, you're 25 years old. You are literally in a very interesting time of your life. You're at the quarter century mark. When I was 25, this wasn't even near my brain. But then again, at 25 years old, we didn't have TikTok either, so there's that. But yeah, this guy's just plain stupid, and now he's gonna have to spend 6 or 7 years in a cell. Like they said in the article, he's going to sit the remainder of his 20s in a cell and the early part of his 30s, maybe 1 year, maybe 1 to 2 years. But now your whole TikTok career, if you want to call it that, is down the drain. When people look back at you now and ask people, what is this Modou Adams known for? They're not going to talk about you jet setting across the globe. They're not going to talk about you posting all these videos on TikTok. They're going to say, oh, he was the guy that was trying to smuggle sugar from one place to another and went to jail for 6 to 7 years behind it. There's your legacy. Like I said, if I was still doing the D&U videos, he would more than qualify for it.